Discord on my computer. I think that might be why. Alright, talk again.
Hello.
That's good.
Hello.
Wait, chat, can you hear him?
Can you hear me? Hello, Nicholas. Dubsy. Hello.
It's good? Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Oh?
Hello!
Yo.
Hello.
Hey, Guzu.
Guzu.
Hello.
Hey, Savix, what's up, man?
Hello.
Hello.
What's good?
Hello.
Alright, let me turn y'all up a little bit.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys for coming on, man. I really appreciate this.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
I got up like recently, so I might sound like kind of dead.
No, you're good, man.
Tired too. Don't worry.
Wait, wait, you might sound as about dead as Ret Paladins right now.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
we'll get into that shit.
Yeah, cause dude. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
we don't have to. I already like talked about it a lot.
Well, it's
I
funny
don't want to be
because
in like every stream and say that. Like,
You're like the red
It's okay.
Paladin.
That's the point of this podcast, to rant about retail WoW.
well, dude, like I was gonna main a Ret Paladin in Shadowlands. Like I was having so much fun.
were you really?
Yeah, playing Ret Paladin, just like dicking around, and then like I played it on beta, and I was like so depressed. I'm like, this is like a shell of what the class should be.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried like doing arena in the beta?
I haven't, dude. No, I want to though.
Okay, it's like if you play a ret in arena, it's really tough. I think PvE wise, the damage is good though. It got a lot better
PvE
than
wise.
before.
Well, I think I'm gonna have like a prop paladin just for like Mythic Plus or whatever, just for fun.
Okay. I see.
Let's save it for the podcast.
Yeah,
you're good.
I have to gift somebody a sub because they said gift me a sub if somebody complains about Ret Paladins, and I have to uphold my promise.
You're gonna be gifting a lot of fucking subs.
Wait, is it? Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now. I'm about to.
We're live right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute the. I'm gonna
Not officially, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it in Adam's channel or is it?
No,
in...
it's on
mine.
Shockless channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the
I'll
link
put the
for
link
it?
in there. Yeah,
Okay.
hold up real quick.
Because Peo wanted to watch it. We were just discussing like the 3v3 stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, for classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That'd
the
be fun.
tournament we're doing thing.
Can't believe it's been a whole fucking year since Classic came out.
Yeah.
Whole fucking year
Time
since you guys
flies by,
were in
man.
LA,
It's fine.
Vegas. Yeah, time fucking flies.
My level 57 mage is still there waiting for me whenever I decide to come back.
I like your little pug picture.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
I like that. That's so good.
one of his friends made it for us. It's fucking pretty fresh.
So chocolate is are you a warrior in vanilla?
And vanilla, actually, no. I actually played mage in classic WoW, but
Oh, okay.
I made.
Wait, where does the pug
well,
come from then?
the pug. I don't
With
know.
the,
'cause-
like the
you know,
warrior
'cause-
shoulder.
yeah, you just like pug groups on Monday night before reset. So that's like we typically do the show on Monday night. So here, let's just start the damn show.
Yeah.
All right, hold up.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, good way. We don't have to rush it, man.
Are you ready, Chocolate? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right.
Okay.
Yo, hello, welcome to episode what, 14 now? Holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
14.
14 of the PUGCast. Let's get this started. If y'all don't want
Yeah,
to turn
what's
your
going on,
camera on, you don't
guys?
have to, but whatever y'all want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. We're okay either way.
I think Guzu wanted
chilling.
to do the cam for sure.
What? Why do you always do this?
I just
always
got
like
up, so,
throw
you
me under the
know,
bus like that.
I just
You
got
don't
up, so
have
I don't
to.
have my makeup on or anything. But Guzu,
Oh,
God.
Guzu wanted to
Understandable.
like show his cam because he's so handsome.
You
Guzu,
always-
why don't you do us a favor?
You're a
and-
bad friend, you know that? This is why we can't have nice things in the world.
Your guys back and forth is so fucking hilarious, man. I know firsthand.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I wanted to ask you guys, how did you guys meet? How did this bromance start?
Yeah.
It started on the classic beta. I was walking around and I saw this big loser hunter torrent just following me around. And from there, that's where like me and Guzu met.
Yeah.
And honestly, this guy's like one of the best guys I met online.
Oh,
Aw,
Yeah,
Guzu's a good guy.
he's a really good guy.
I remember, like seeing Guzu with no cam actually brings me back to when I first watched Guzu stream. Whenever he had no cam.
True. Yeah.
Wait, did you watch him from back then?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember Mr. Jam used to
Right.
host him and be like, tell him to get a cam.
That's all.
Yeah, the whole duck thing, man.
I
the
still
way,
hear it,
oh
man.
my god.
So good, man. It's crazy, like how I guess like how long, like you know, everyone's been like on the platform or whatever, and like
I know.
Yeah, the time goes by fast, man. And it's
It
like
is.
year, 2 years, and then 3 years, and then Savix has a kid, and like
We're gonna
you know,
die soon.
retirement home.
I love
true.
the edited picture that you have got of Savix where it's like you just like make yourself look super old. Like that's my favorite. That's my favorite meme. Like when you're like dressed up like a general or whatever, and like you just like
Yeah.
you're like 75. Like I love that, man. That's my
And I
favorite.
turn
dude.
into like a
That's so funny.
fossil.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, so welcome you guys to the episode 14 of PUGCast. We always start off the episode with you know, how did you guys get started playing WoW? Like how long have you been playing WoW for? What got you into the game, and you know, your origin story. So whoever wants to, you know, jump the cannon first, I guess.
You wanna go first, Guzu?
Sure. I guess I always played video games since I was younger. I guess my brother kind of got me into it. I have like 2 older brothers. One of my brothers has been playing like a lot of video games when I was younger. We had like all those small little consoles, the N64 and all that stuff. And I started playing Warcraft 3. This game, and we played a lot of, you know, custom games and all that stuff. And then one day, I think I was just playing like a random game. I think it was Warcraft 3 in like a custom game or something. My brother came home and he was like, "Dude, I found this amazing new game called World of Warcraft is coming out." He like took the zooming thing on Warcraft 3, and like, you know, you can scroll in so you can see your character all the way down. He did that. He's gonna be like, "The world is gonna be like this, dude. It's gonna be sick." And I was like,
Zoomed in all the way.
yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. And then I started playing, and yeah, I lost my life. It's pretty great.
And we all
You lost your life.
But you also gained a really cool job out of it also, right? Like, you know,
True.
now look at y'all, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
What did you
That's
have
how
to
I did
sacrifice
too.
though? Everything, you know.
It
Exactly.
does take in a lot of work and time for sure. But yeah, you get rewarded with like a beautiful community.
Yep.
And it's awesome
Yeah,
having
sure.
that.
And just and good friends, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about you, Savix? How'd you start?
I actually started the same. I grew up playing a lot of video games with my brother, and we played like Diablo 2, we played Warcraft 2, and we started playing Warcraft 3. And I thought I was gonna live in Warcraft 3 because the game was so fun and a lot of custom options, right? And my second brother started playing World of Warcraft, and me and my older brother, we used to call him a loser because we thought WoW was for only losers, right? Like nobody.
You were one of
played
those
that.
Yeah.
people.
I mean,
You have to pay $15 a month to play that. I'm like, who does that?
imagine
right?
paying monthly for a
I
game, right?
know.
Yep.
And back then,
Imagine.
that didn't make any sense because
No.
like, there was no game where you paid that much.
Nope. There's no like subscription based game like
Yeah,
that.
and
No.
my dad
Nope.
would be pissed at us from seeing
Yeah.
that. Anyways, dialing it back, I played in his account because he said try it once, and dude, I fell in love with the game. It was so good. There was no other game that could compare to WoW.
Mm-hmm.
Still isn't.
And I remember I couldn't afford WoW, so I played on a trial account like over and over again. It only lasted a week, right?
It's like, yeah, it was like a 14-day trial or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was like a
Exactly.
14-day
Yeah.
trial.
How many email addresses did you make, Savix?
True.
Like how many email like
I had like 4 or 5, dude. I made so many
Yeah.
trial accounts.
We all made so many.
I played on my brother's account, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started on my brother's too, but I had to get my own because he always wanted to play and I always wanted to play, and then
I
got my own.
lived that life until I got a job, man. It was rough.
That's like everybody's
no
story
way,
too.
really?
Yeah, like my mom didn't want to pay for 2 WoW accounts. I didn't understand. Like it's so annoying. Like just pay for 2. Like just, you know, like help me out.
right.
Good of her, man.
Good. My brother never wanted to get into World of Warcraft. I tried, and he's like, "This is stupid." I'm like, "What do you mean it's stupid? This is the best game ever." And
Did
then,
he
like, we never-
play it or no?
I remember like leveling a Tauren with him like back in the day, and he's like, "I don't want to play this. This sucks." He
What?
started playing GTA, and I'm just like,
No
"Oh,
way.
okay, fuck you." Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
at least he didn't have to
yeah.
pay. My mother didn't have to pay for 2 accounts.
My mom never did.
Yeah.
I got
That was
I
that.
got a job when I was 14 and I started paying for myself, man. It was
True.
15.
You're a good man. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not much, but it's honest work, okay?
Mhm.
Yep.
And did you guys? I assume you guys started in vanilla, obviously, right? Because you're just talking about how it. You
Yeah.
were coming
Warcraft,
out, right?
yeah.
What? So now with like the release of Classic, like, what are some like noticeable differences between Classic retail and vanilla World of Warcraft that you can see today?
The first thing I can notice is everyone's decked out to the teeth in Orgrimmar.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's just so much knowledge. When I played, there was only like one rogue with Bloodfang Helm, or like
Mhm.
one Thunder Fury maybe, but like
Yeah.
now everyone has it. And
It's renowned hero with
yeah,
all the epics and
everyone just knows how to play well because there's like video guides and everything.
Mhm.
And back then there
Yeah.
was none of that. It was just only Thoughtbot.
Yeah.
But
I
now it's
remember.
like everyone has everything, which is not a bad thing. They're playing the game properly.
Yeah, true.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
but-
the thing is kind of cool though that there's something to like aspire to be in like the game, and like that feeling is a little bit gone now because like I mean everybody's like super good geared, everybody has full epics, and like there's 15 Thunder Furies, It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked with this with Burning Rob a couple weeks or maybe like a week ago, and like he was like
Uh-huh.
it's like the high school like quarterback theory where like if you could go back in time and relive that experience, like how would you be able to basically be the big dick on the server? And now like everyone's a big dick on the server because everyone has Thunder Fury and everyone has
Yeah.
all of this, and
is because the knowledge is all there. Like nobody had
there's
YouTube
nothing
videos,
secret
right?
anymore about it, right? Like
Right.
Yeah.
so obviously you
I
got
don't know.
both of you guys ranked up to 14, right?
Mhm.
yeah, we did it together.
God
I
bless
remember
you.
that.
God bless
I
you,
remember
dude.
that stream.
That
So-
was yeah.
We would like wake up in the morning. The first thing we would do, we would sleep 4 hours.
Yeah.
We would wake up. We would get into Discord. We would cook food together on Discord while we were PvPing, and then we would like turn on our streams, and then we would like stream for like 8 hours, then turn it off, and then keep playing for like 7 more hours, and then do the
Jesus.
same thing
nuts.
like again.
It
then-
it doesn't sound like that hard, but when
No,
you're
that's a
in
lot of
that
hours, dude. That's,
state,
It's a lot.
it's
It's
so
like-
hard.
for-
For 3
it's
months,
because-
you only sleep 4 hours.
Like no days off at all. There was this
Like a little
rogue.
full-time job.
Yeah, this rogue was like ranking at the same time as us, and he stopped ranking for like 1 week, and he finished like 4 weeks after us because he just
Oh my
won.
fucking
Jesus,
God.
dude.
Yeah, he got punished for like 4 weeks.
Oh my, nope. I got a full. I mean, I have a full-time job and I got a family, so yep, nope. That's a
That's yeah.
Yeah, you
Nope.
gotta
Not
hate your
do that
life
with
if
the
you wanna
family.
rank.
nope.
Can't do that.
I have like adult responsibilities I got to do. I
Did you,
can't
did
just
you rank up to a
dude.
certain rank though?
I didn't even level to 60, man. I'm telling you.
We're not even 60s, man.
I got
Gave up.
like and like it's not that I don't like Classic WoW. I like Classic WoW is like a really good game. Like it's like I like the design and I like the game. I just like I don't know, like I have like so many hours in retail WoW, like I don't want to like take time away from retail WoW to play Classic
Right.
WoW. Like I'd
Right.
much rather play like a really good version of retail WoW than play Classic
Yeah,
WoW.
we say it all the time.
Like
yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
have like a good version of the game. Speaking of a good version of the game, Shadowlands.
We're just gonna dive right into Shadowlands
just
shit right now.
Yeah, let's just dive right into Shadowlands, man. Like
Yeah, sure.
so, I mean, I watched your video, your rep Paladin video, and it really brought a tear to my eye, man. Like
Oh shit, dude.
Like-
Yeah, we were just talking about this before. Mhm.
I'm not like a big PvPer, but like I wanted to get into PvP in Shadowlands because now that they have the PvP vendor, like I feel like I could actually try it out,
Just-
right? Like
right,
get
right,
into
right.
it because I don't want to get into PvP now because corruptions and stat
Oh,
shit.
Nobody wants to play
it is-
BFA
It's
now
so-
anyway.
yeah,
Oh
it's
my
so bad, man.
gosh.
It's very
like-
punishing.
Yeah.
What
What do you guys think of like Shadowlands? Like
Yeah.
from what you've played. I know Savix, you've been doing more Shadowlands stuff like on stream, and I saw
Yeah.
the video of you guys in the starting zone, Exile's Reach. What did you guys think of
Oh
that?
yeah, we did play
Yeah.
the.
That was a good one.
That was fun.
What do you,
That was a good
what are your
one.
like impressions so far of what you've seen? what you
Okay,
played?
so there's a lot of pros and cons for me at least. In BFA right now, if you want a PvP, you have to get your Azure pieces, you have to get your necklace up, you have to get your cloak up, you have to do visions, and you have to add corruption to like all your gear. Not only that, it's like hard to gear. You have to
And
like,
you have to do like mythic plus 15 just
yeah,
to
you
get
have to.
gear to
The only
PvP.
way to get 475, which is the best item, you can only get through chests, and it's random, so it's like almost impossible to get decked out.
It's like you play the slot machine once per week.
Yeah, you're playing the slot machine once per week, and I played like 6 months. I'm still not full 475, which is sad. And
Better than me.
I'm like 465 right now. But then again, I don't like play. I don't do like plus 15s. Like I did
stopped
a little bit of
long time
heroic
ago.
rating,
Right.
but like
I don't blame
I
you
got
guys.
tired of
like,
it, man.
Everyone stop.
Yeah.
In Shadowland, there are vendors. There
Yeah.
are still going to be like mythic things, but since there's vendors, I think it'll be easier to access to gear if you're a PvP player. But there is an issue where they don't sell every piece of gear. Where Reds need like verse haste, they don't sell like verse haste. They only sell like verse mastery. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But for Rogue, they do have like some classes they do have the pieces they need. Some classes they don't.
get screwed.
Yeah. So a lot of people are wondering if they could put in reforging back. I don't know if you guys remember reforging.
Yes, that was in Mist. Yeah, Mist of Pandaria.
Yeah.
And they
if
had
they
like
have
the
that,
item-
you could
Yeah.
change the stat to whatever you want, which is what a lot of people want.
Yeah, I think
I would love to
I don't
see
know.
that
Like
shit.
I feel like Blizzard does like these like half-assed like fixes, like with a corruption vendor, right? Like the corruption vendor's like, oh, like yeah, we get all now you can just buy the corruption you want. Well, no, not really, because it's on a rotating schedule.
Right.
And then every time your corruption's up, it's not going to be all 3 levels or all 4 levels. It's like one level that you get, and like, what if it's not the right level? Then you got to wait another 3 weeks, and hopefully it's like. It's so
just
like
this continuous time gating loop of
it
nonsense.
hurts my
like-
brain like how like their
It
decision
does,
making. Like
man.
it's like somebody has a good idea and they're like, oh fuck you, you're fired. Like, you know, don't come in here again with your good ideas. Like just like
It's not even that. They'll
why
do
not-
something good and then in the same breath do something really fucking bad, and then we'll have to be like, oh shit, this again. We'll have to like drum up all the everybody again and say, hey, this isn't good, and then finally they'll give it and take it away, and then something else will happen. It'll be a fucking just chain of
You know what the
fuckery.
thing is though? Like there are a lot of good people in Blizzard. It's just the high end people, they don't acknowledge it or accept it.
do you think
And whatever good idea they have, it doesn't get executed because they don't allow it.
I think they just have like
Understand.
such a huge company that they have to like they have so many like red tape and hoops that they have to jump through just to like get something added to the game. Like I feel like back before Activision acquired Blizzard, like they could just do whatever the fuck they want. Like they TBC wasn't ready, they delayed it for 3 months. Like it's not ready, we're not releasing the game. Now it's like they push you to do the pre-order because you want to get the boost and you want to get all that shit, and then it's like, oh well, now you get a mount too, and then you get a transmog set, but you just have to like farm the game to get the transmog set. You don't even get it. You have to like still work for it.
Oh wow.
Like I don't like it's like and like I don't know,
Stupid,
it's so bad, man. And then they release the game like super early. Like the game comes
I don't
out
think the
and-
game's ready by the way.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I
either.
wanted to get into that. Yeah, but
Like-
I wanted to hear what Guzu
Okay,
had to say
we can
about
hold on to
Shadowlands.
that.
Yeah.
Shadowland. Another good thing though. Have you guys done visions?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Okay, hold up. Adam has done one fucking vision. He did one fucking vision and he got the mount.
Listen.
And I'm so goddamn mad, dude. Like he's like, let's just do a vision and fuck like.
Our first guest was Zach McElreevy, as you all know, Asmongold's childhood friend. And I was watching him stream, like doing visions or something, like before our show started. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give BFA another shot. I logged in. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then I'm like, oh, I'll just go do a vision. And then I just like click the mailbox, and I'm like, oh, fuck the mail muncher.
Oh wow, dude.
All because of Zach.
Such dog shit, man.
Funny thing is, I never clicked the mailbox. I just speedrun it so I could get socket for my gear. And I saw
and you got it
Asmongold like
recently.
struggling, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. And I clicked the
Just gonna
mailbox,
click
and I
it.
got it my first try.
I mean, like I don't do like 5 masks. I did a 5 mask for Stormin and her and whatever and Orgrimmar just so I can get the mount in the achievement.
I'm too bad at
like,
the game to do
other
any
than
math.
that, like I'm just gonna I just want my mail muncher. Like I don't want to be doing this shit and be in Shadowlands. Like
It's okay, you will be.
I know I will.
Oh man, if you have to come back to do this,
Like
Yeah.
that'll be depressing, man.
yeah. Yeah.
You look sad right now.
Yeah. I am sad, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, I wonder how they'll let us solo Visions.
I
But
just-
were you gonna like compare Visions to Torghast
Oh
or something?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Get too
in
off track.
Visions, you put on mask and you become
Yeah.
slower. They toss you around, enemy gets stronger and more health. Like it makes it more unfun in
Yeah, it's
the
true.
Visions. Where in Tower, it's like the complete opposite.
Mm.
Your character gets anima powers and you become stronger and stronger. Like your abilities have shorter cooldown or it does like double the damage. So it's like in the comparison, Torghast is looking a lot better than Visions.
Do you think that Torghast is going to be similar to Island Expeditions, where like it's kind of like bullshit content that people just do because they want to farm a certain thing, or do you think it's going to be meaningful for the entire expansion? Because like Warfronts and Island Expeditions were like a main feature, like where they were like the main.
They
feature
were
of
supposed to be
BFA.
the main.
Like
yeah.
they were, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what it was marketed towards, as marketed as, and so like, but you know, like I don't see anybody do the Arathi Warfront or like anything.
The
right?
Warfronts are so
like,
bad. I wish it was
so
actual player versus player, not like
That's
player versus
like
boss.
I don't know why they didn't do that.
I
That's such
thought
a
they were
good
going to
idea.
be
Me
PvP
too.
when they announced them, and
That's
I
what
was
I
so
thought too.
disappointed. Like, what's the point of them if they're not PvP? I don't know. I just wish they like added them as like one of those like the epic battlegrounds as they call it. Like, why the fuck?
I
not?
thought that
Like,
was gonna be the case too. But
Well,
yeah.
I think they definitely missed out on an opportunity for that, because that'd be like, I mean, but then again, like, could the Blizzard servers really handle 40v40 massive open world PvP with like siege weapons and all that kind of? They're probably not, right? Like, like you can't even do.
it's kind of sad.
You can't even do like 40
It's really
Death
fucking
Knights
bad.
versus 40 Paladins without the game literally breaking.
And I don't understand why they don't fucking fix that shit when they've had countless complaints about that stuff.
Well,
It just,
they
like,
gotta
it's ruining the game.
They gotta make decisions like not letting you switch covenants to have different abilities whenever you need to use a different ability. Like they gotta have that kind of stuff,
True. Can I just go off on a tangent real quick? We have a special guest in the chat, Maxmos TV. He made a cameo appearance in the last Silithus video I did for you, Savix. You brutally murdered him and his girlfriend in Silithus farming bugs.
Did we actually?
Yeah, you did.
Kinda missed
Oh
that, dude.
no!
Yeah, both of you guys.
I love you, Max.
Why would you do
Yeah,
that,
he's-
Savix?
Wait, was it Guzu and I, or
Ruthless.
was it just me?
It was both of you collectively.
Yeah, why would you
that's
do that,
right,
Guzu?
Yeah,
Good
Savix
job,
spoke
Guzu.
for me.
Hashtag save the bugs.
I'm usually pretty nice to people. And
Hashtag
Savix
save the
spoke for me to do that.
Yeah.
What did y'all think of this is like totally random. I know we were like talking about Shadowlands, but the AQ event, like, do you think that, like, what do you think Blizzard could have done differently on the AQ event or better?
You wanna
Okay.
go first, Guzu? Because you haven't spoken in a while.
Yeah, Guzu.
I feel. Okay.
Go, Guzu, hurry up.
Yeah, relax, man. Oh my god. Jesus. I think generally speaking, I mean, it was okay. I mean, originally we played it on I think they did like a PTR thing for it. We played it, and it was. I mean, when I say we played it, we played the login screen, and then we logged out and played the Fortnite.
True. True.
But I think generally
It's going back to like what you said about the 40v40.
Like they just
We cannot have fun events because like it crashes all the time.
Yeah, so
That's such bullshit.
we had planned to do like an epic, super fun like killing montage where we go around and like ganking people and stuff, and then like it turned out to be a super big shit show, and it was really really bad. Like it couldn't even handle like 20 people in the vicinity of each other, right? So when it actually released, and then AQ40 came out, and like we ranked the gong and all that stuff. We met up with a bunch of other rogues, and we started doing PvP and like ganking people and stuff like that. But the thing about it is that we could only do it when we were like away from everybody else. We had to like go away from the big group of people, unless we couldn't even play the game if we were close to them. So it's just a big problem with the servers not being stable enough to handle it. I get it's like it's supposed to be this whole super big, epic event, but it just turned out to be this big lag fest, and it wasn't really that.
I want to
super-
add one thing to that too.
Yeah, sure.
It's supposed to be an epic AQ battle. Like in the trailer, they're all having battles and farming bugs, whatever. But honestly, it turned into like the biggest. Is it collusion where
Oh,
Yeah.
they like
yeah.
they like team up against each other and
So
they have this amount of space and they have this amount of space and like don't cross the line, and then
Yeah.
if they have like problems like alliance attacking, the hordes will go and kill them for you, and
They'll
then
like
back and forth. It was so lame that they did that.
How it happened is
it turned into like a big like drama fest almost. Like
Mhm.
that's kind of what I saw it as.
Yeah.
I heard about a lot of drama.
silly.
Luckily, we didn't farm the Scarab Lords, so we weren't in the
Yeah.
drama. But we were probably making a lot of people mad by killing
Just
them.
by ganking. Hey,
So
you know.
funny though.
That's
Yeah, we're slowing
fun,
their
man.
farm out.
Oh no.
yeah.
It became like this whole thing where or layers, like thank God layers are removed now, but at the time when layers was a thing, so it was so silly with the collusion that there was a horde layer and there was an alliance layer. So you would just go on the horde layer and just all the horde people would farm on that layer, and then like the alliance would farm on their layer, and you would like designate spots people, and like you would just like avoid everybody else. And as Savix said as well, it's like some horde is getting ganked by people that are not in the collusion thing, and then they would just get fucked
Yeah,
by
they
their
would.
own,
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think that was like pretty much inevitable because with how like connected everybody is, like you have these
Right.
huge Discord servers for your server, and it only takes a couple people just to agree, and then it's like, okay, well, this is what we're doing, and so then everyone's kind of on board with it. Because I think
Right.
back in the day you only had like TeamSpeak with your guild, like that's all you had.
Exactly.
And so
back then, like, I mean, I think it's still now, right, where you can't make an alliance if you already made a horde in
Yeah.
PvP server.
Yep.
And
That's
you couldn't
that's-
really
Not
communicate,
anymore.
but now everyone has like alt accounts. They log in and
Yeah.
cuss you out and log out. It's like, okay.
I think that's something we can't really do anything about
Yeah.
now. In terms of, like that's just like how the world works now.
Mhm.
Like we have
Right.
more technology, people can
Mhm.
easily like contact each other. But like what can be worked on is the way that the game functions, right? So that with the layers being a thing that basically allowed people to like capitalize on that and make it more, make it easier for the collusion to actually happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the issues that there was with the event, and that made the event less epic and feel less like a like a
battle.
war effort, more so just by like, oh, let's go to Walmart and shop in, like wait for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that there would ever be like an event like kind of similar to the AQ event in retail? And like, what would you like to see if that were the case? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I like to see like big scale events like during pre-patch and stuff like that, because that's just when I think the game is like the most fun. But like, with like minus the fact that the servers can't handle us playing the game. Like, if hypothetically, like, what would you guys like to see like in retail that would kind of bring the community together in the sense of like a AQ40 style event? If that's super big of a question.
I think a big thing, at least that I have like that's memorable to me, is the Scourge event that happened. I think it was in
Wrath, yeah. Wrath.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
With the cigarettes spawning outside the major cities, with all like the small
And then like skeletons randomly like, spawning inside the city.
Icicles, where it's like bloop, 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 and like a bunch of skeletons comes out, and then like you kill the skeletons, and like you can turn it in for like not like some super like super important stuff, but like you could get like some consumables or like some sharpening stones. Maybe you can get a tabard, right? Get a cool tabard or something.
Yeah.
It's like it's not necessarily that it would like bring people out to PvP, but it would incentivize people to go out
Just to
and like
play the game.
Yeah, to play the game and like explore the world, right? I think that'd be cool.
Have you guys played Myth of Pandaria, like the start?
Yeah, I've played since 2007. I only took a couple breaks here and there.
Okay.
Right.
I liked how Horde and Alliance started in the same zone because I love PvP. And while like leveling, I would just have a bunch of battles like throughout questing. But like ever since WoD, they started splitting Horde and Alliance apart, so we couldn't ever see each other.
Yeah, well, and then in Legion they made
that.
War. What was it? Legion that they made War mode, or was it?
It was Legion, yeah.
Yeah,
like it was at the end of Legion, like pre-patch for BFA or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was around there. Yeah.
And because like Legion kind of had the same thing. Like if you're on a PvP server and you have like your 4 different zones you can choose from, and you may run into Alliance characters there. I like that, and I think in Shadowlands, no one's gonna level with PvP with War mode on, especially if you're Alliance.
No, fuck that.
Like
Right.
I will because
but
I
think
the
they're doing it back where we could see each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good start.
I'm gonna play with War mode on because with because it's gonna be fun. Like it's expansion, everyone's going out there going crazy. Like
I've been thinking about how that's gonna work because like we're all gonna be like clustered together in the same zones in the same times, right? Like
I honestly love that because you see all these people running around leveling and you just get to battle them once in a while. It's fun. For me, if I'm just questing constantly, it gets boring. I like having PvP mixture, you know.
That's like the whole thing and reason why I also like classic WoW, and that it's a little bit sad that that feeling has been diminished by the not only by the layers and by the progression and how the game has been done, but also by the way the players play now, like with all the mage and stuff going on. It's like very different, but that's not only something to do with the game, but it's also just people are different now. People play in different ways, right?
The community is different. Like
you can recreate that.
Yeah, it's sad.
Do you think it's? I mean, I think we all know the answer, but do you think it's going to be the same for TBC? Like, I think it's going to be if they do classic TBC, I feel like the community is going to be the exact same way on TBC because everyone knows everything, and
that's what I said too.
Like, nothing's really going to change. If you don't like classic WoW for the community and like how like people are in the game, like then you probably won't like TBC either because it's going to be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like the game. I mean, the game is but the community, you can like people are different nowadays. People play games for different reasons. People play games differently altogether. So it's hard to control how people play it, and you can't really do that, right? And people are going to be a lot different playing games now that they are, and that's also going to happen with TBC. People are going to figure out ways to min max or do like different kind of stuff, I think.
What I'm afraid about the most is like I love Arena, and in TBC, everyone's gonna play like the meta comp, like the best comp, and because there's like videos and guides and everything like that, people are just gonna abuse playing the best comp, right? Where back then you would just make a team with your friend and just have
you
fun.
Just go in there and do it, and if you won,
now everyone's gonna play like the most OP class, and you're only gonna see like 2 comps at the top ladder, which is gonna be sad. And they do the hashtag no change thing, so there's gonna be no nerfs or buffs, and the strong classes are just gonna stay strong. You know what I mean?
True.
How I think it is, generally speaking, for TBC in terms of Arena, is that the comps that are the best, they stay the same throughout the entirety of TBC. Some comps get stronger because the scaling, like warriors scale better, and like certain classes scale like stronger with the patches. I think something that they definitely should do if we are ended up getting TBC is they should obviously do it progressively, but I think they all should have some changes in terms of the patches and maybe the optimization to make Arena better and to make it more fun and interesting, because like we know all the comps, we know everything that's going to be the best, as Savix said, right? And as with TBC, with Arena being such a central part of the gameplay and like what makes TBC fun, I think they really need to focus on that and try to make that really interesting and really fun, and not just make it, this cookie cutter thing.
You see, I would love them to do that, but Blizzard can't even do a decent job on retail.
Yeah.
I do not see them doing a good job on PC.
I mean, like I know everyone here is like, we're WoW players till the end, right? Like that's just how it is. Even in a bad expansion, we still play the goddamn game. Like I don't know why we do this, but we still do. Like
I think it's like we just grew up playing it and we just love this game.
Do you think that like if Shadowlands is really bad, do you think that's like the nail in the coffin, or do you?
I think that should be the nail in the coffin for a lot of people, or at least for me.
For a long time.
Like every time, though.
The thing is, like, imagine.
What game would we play?
I don't know. You have to go play Fortnite, man.
Oh, no.
A lot of people are playing. Well, I mean, I saw Guzu playing New World a little bit. I don't know Savix if you checked it out, but a lot of people are playing New World. A lot of people are playing Final Fantasy 14. We talked about that last week with the other guests that we had. I don't know. Like New World seems really fun. It seems like there's ups and downs to it. But...
Yeah, it's really bad. Okay, it's fun because of the proximity voice, but besides that, it's not fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like whenever I go and play another game, and I'm just like, I go right back to WoW. I'm just like, oh, like I feel like I'm at home, right?
Exactly.
Just the way like you can maneuver like the game, right? It's
but
just, like,
you know what it is, Adam? Like we grew up playing this game so long that we're so used to this, and it's hard to like get out of it. And also it's like we love this game because we grew up playing this. Like even if it's bad, like you want to stay with it, you know.
I have a goddamn sub goal to get a WoW tattoo. Like what? Like that's like that's how much I love this goddamn game. Like
Wait, what tattoo do you have?
What are you gonna get?
It's gonna be like it's gonna go on like my forearm. It's gonna be a like helmet domination, the Lich King helmet, but just like a very like simple, clean outline kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it'll be
but
but what if I get that and then the game sucks and I quit the game? Like, what's this all for, man? Like,
well, we're already on the verge of that happening, so you better hold off.
I might change my idea then. Damn it, no. But
yeah, I mean, it's just that. Like, I want to. That's why, like, we did this. We started this podcast. Like, originally, like, I wanted to to do it with Mr. GM, and I tried to get him to do it with his other content creator friends. And he's like, oh, I'm so busy with Method, mate. Oh, I've got so much shit I'm working on. And I'm just like, all right, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to do it with chocolate. So I figured we could just get people on here and, like, talk. Second choice, sorry. We could just get people on here and just, like, talk about fucking Shadowlands and the problems and whatever. And so that maybe someone would hear it. But, in the past couple of weeks, like, we've just been hearing, like, so much, like, negative shit about Shadowlands with, like, the Covenant. We can talk about, like, the Covenant choice, like, Covenant bonuses in the dungeons and just like the PvP scaling, like all of this shit has just been like kind of making me really negative about the game and like questioning like my motivation for doing this podcast. Not to get all negative or anything, but like it sucks. Like we want to make the game, help make the game better, and like when shit like that happens, it's just like it gets me down, man. So I don't even know what I was trying to say with that, but there you go.
Yeah, I get you. There's a lot of disappointing things, and we don't even really know if Blizzard's actually listening to the community at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them either, because there's a lot of other people that are asking for like stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there are really good suggestions, and there are some really bad suggestions, and they get like mixed up, and it's really hard for them to tell like which ones we really want or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like you'll see like people always ask for like character customization stuff, like
oh my god, yeah.
And now we have it, and they're still asking for more. Like, when
is it
going to be enough? Like, aren't you happy with this?
People care more about customization and how their character looks over the actual systems of the game. Like the game could be terrible, but if their character has like an eye earring or some shit, then they're fine.
I guess they're
like,
just trying to RP,
I mean, I know that now Guzu has way more time to ERP with his friends and
Guzu loves RP.
What?
No, actually, Guzu, I want to ask you a question. So, like, what system do you think that they should bring into Shadowlands from Classic WoW? Not Classic WoW, but Vanilla WoW.
Not the PvP system, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's AIDS.
Yeah, no. Well, no one would be in war mode if they had that PvP system anyways. Like, everyone would just like, oh, I'm just not gonna be in war mode. Like, I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's to answer your question though. I think maybe a lot of people agree with this in the same way. Maybe it's not a huge issue. I feel like the talents are they're not very fun to fiddle around with, and like I guess there are choices, but they feel more so just like, oh, you pick a spell, then like, oh, you have some talent that makes your class unique, right? And I kind of like I guess even though it's like, it feels like you have more choice, but I like that feeling of like that maybe you're getting a little bit tricked by it, but it feels more important to you if there's more choices. And if there's like, even though the changes that you make are small, it does feel more individualized, and like that you can like pick your destiny in a way, instead of like, oh, do you want smoke bomb or do you want cold blood, right? It's like I like those small things, and it's a way of making the game feel more of an MMO, and that you're a unique character and like your choice is kind of meta.
Also, you would want like talents.
Yeah, like
talent tree?
Yeah, I think they should bring back a talent tree into the game, especially now they're doing a level squish. There's really no reason not to. Like,
and they're doing all like the baking of old like abilities back into like our like normal rotation, right? I'm just
auras?
not a fan of.
They're bringing those back now. Like, that's fun.
Yeah, we can go ahead and talk about the paladin bullshit if you want, but like,
yeah, I don't know about this.
I've just always been like, I'm tired of being like a fire mage, for example. I want to be a fucking mage again. You know what I mean? I want to utilize all the different fucking spec abilities rather than
Yeah,
Right,
you're
like have
amazed.
frostbolt, firebolt,
Exactly.
like have
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Same
It's
thing
just
with
boring.
rogues.
I'd like-
It's like, oh, you're assassination rogues. That's the only time you get poisons or like whatever. It's like
Actually,
you want to play a rogue.
I think they
in
changed actually.
Shadowland,
They made
they give
poison-based lines, but-
poison to like all the rogue
I know.
specs
That's
now.
why I'm bringing up as a like a what is it called, an example, because like they bring back. I like that they have brought back stuff like that. I
Right.
think it's
Mhm.
cool. Also, to a certain degree, I guess, like auras for paladins, right? Stuff like that.
I don't
Now-
know about the auras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we, to a certain degree, while we just need like it's the same thing as like we want stances for warriors. Like I like
I
stances.
would love
I think they're
stances
cool.
for warriors.
Yeah, but it would just make the
Yeah.
warrior feel even more clunky because you know it's going to be on the GCD. Like if they have paladin auras on
Oh my
GCD,
God, yeah.
stances are going to be on GCD too. So
That's true.
yeah.
The game is a lot
What
more
is-
fast-paced now than it used to be, so that's why it might
It
be
is,
a little
yeah.
bit hard to integrate that.
Mhm.
That's for sure.
it is way faster now. Like just like because you get like an 800% fucking increase in haste, and you're just like pressing like a million button like you know
Yeah,
no more boomer APM like it is in classic WoW, right? Where you're just spamming two, like you're like 257 QERF
Your mouse
YT, like
buttons.
yeah, like so many, like there's so many buttons now, and like not that that's a bad thing, but like I feel like if you're gonna have like that many spells, like have some that are on, have some that are off the GCD. Like I feel like
Yeah.
because like Arcane Mage like takes like 15 seconds just to ramp up your damage. Like you're not even playing the game for the first 15 seconds of combat. Like you're literally just like GCD, 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 GCD,
Yep.
GCD, spell, go, like top of the meters. Like that's just how it is now. And like same thing with like with DKs too. Like DKs are like GCD heavy right now too.
That's kind of another reason why I've been like kind of off-put by retail, because like a lot of the classes just like don't feel very good to me, and the only classes that feel decent for me to play is Demon Hunter and like Warrior or Paladin. But now you guys are telling me that Paladin sucks on the beta.
It just got like a lot of like the goodness of a Paladin taken out. Like there's no more so like Wake of Ashes. Like Wake of Ashes used to give 5 holy power. Now it only gives 3. Like that was a unneeded nerf. Like
yeah,
it was fine the way it was, like, and it made the class feel good because like you'd hit like your wings, Wake of Ashes, then you do like Templar's Verdict or whatever, and then like another spell, another Templar's Verdict, then maybe you get like a proc for the spinny boy one, the AoE one, and like
Divine Storm.
Yeah, Divine Storm, there it is.
Yeah.
But like now it's like now you only get one big move out of it, and it's like it just feels worse. Like it doesn't feel as fun. Like as soon as I had that, as soon as like I tried to do like my normal rotation on like the Shadowlands beta, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like I can't. Oh, wait, where are my buttons at? Like, well, I had to like build more stuff up. Like then I was like, you know what? Like I'm just gonna play DK again.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you gonna play DK now?
Yeah, I'm rolling DK.
Oh shit.
I think I'm gonna
okay.
have 3 DKs for Shadowlands.
Honestly, if you're playing for like PvE, I think Reds are not in the worst spot now, because they did buff up like Reckoning and Execution Sentence.
They're still strong. Like I think in PvE like they'll be fine, but
PvP wise, it's like not gonna be good.
yeah. Guzu, are you gonna play Shadowlands, man? Are you gonna jump in with
Yeah.
everybody?
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna play Rogue, obviously, and then I'm gonna see. I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna play it a lot. And if I don't like it, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
casually like maybe do my Mythic Pluses and just like play with friends and shit.
Yeah. Are you?
Because the Slice and Dice is gone, by the way. So if we do next episode,
then there it is, dude.
Oh,
Yep.
is it?
No more Shadowlands for Guzu then.
So you know.
Made the decision.
You're the
I haven't even
worst.
touched Rogue on beta yet.
You're so bad. It hurts your pride.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You're
Guzu,
such a bad loser.
Because you're on a podcast, okay?
You're
Relax.
crying, you do it again. You come up with excuses. Oh, go on. Sorry.
What were you saying? Sorry, my friend's a little weird.
That's okay. Please, this is the place to be weird.
He's extremely weird. So
When's the next episode of the Shadowlands beta leveling, adventure going up.
We would.
Oh yeah, you guys
do a
gonna
new
continue
one.
that?
We had to make a new character because I died.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about
We
that.
can't continue it.
Yeah, like 3 times. He lost the duel, got obliterated.
I beat you 3 times too. Hello.
Started with 10% health.
Well, he had this bug where it healed him to full health. Guzu, we're on a podcast. Can you stop?
Listen,
Guzu,
bro.
you're being like a housewife right now, okay? Guzu, relax. You do this on your home, okay?
Just need to be better at losing.
Are you,
You are good at losing.
Okay,
are you
sorry.
guys,
Chocolate, Adam, you guys could ask.
No, I when I watched the video, I thought it was like actually perfect that somehow you ended up getting Paladin and Guzu ended up getting Rogue. Like it just, I love how like I just love how like that happened. Like I was like of course like
so funny.
Yeah,
but
I hated that.
And so like I was gonna ask what faction do y'all? I know you have probably both Horde and Alliance, but what are you gonna be maining? Like what faction y'all gonna be maining in going into the next expansion?
Oh, are you guys? What do you guys think of this whole Covenant ability situation?
The whole Covenant ability.
Yeah, on top of Shocklow's question, of course.
Okay, so for some classes, you definitely have like the first pick because it's way too good. For example, like Rogue, you want to go Necro because it's way too good. But for like Ret, they're all so bad. So my friends always say just put a blindfold on and pick one because they're all bad. And like I don't know, they also made it where you can only change it once a week, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know. They just I have no clue. They
so
said
originally you couldn't change your Covenant, and then people got super upset. Like, what if this one sucks? What if this one get nerfed? So they're like, okay, we're gonna change it where you guys could change it once a week, but the process is not gonna be easy.
Yeah,
So I think it's a bit questionable.
I think the power should be separate from like the cosmetic of it, right? Because you made like a Covenant that for a certain cosmetic reason,
right?
And like you should be able to get all the mounts and transmog and weapon, all that kind of shit, right? But whenever it comes to like the soulbind system or the actual like ability, you should be able to choose, because like some abilities are better for PvP, some are better for Mythic Plus, some are better for raiding. Like
exactly.
I don't think anybody's gonna use the fucking Venthyr teleport in raid. Like, like just move your character over there. Like just don't stand in the fire. Like you don't have to teleport out. Like I feel like that there's like I think you should be able to do multiple. Like you should be able to like pick and choose when you want to use that ability. Because like
I've been saying that, like, since we started this shit, like I've just been saying, oh, they'll let us change between the 4 abilities. Don't worry, whatever. And then I keep saying that, and then now they fucking announced the release date, and we're almost there.
I know we are.
And I'm like, whoa! You're not fucking done. You're not. This homework is incomplete. Go home and do it again, and bring it back to me tomorrow.
56%.
Exactly.
56 days. I've been counting down on
keeping
Twitter.
a countdown on Twitter.
Oh damn, you've been counting it down.
I used
to do the classic WoW.
For classic WoW. I counted down for classic WoW, so I figured.
Remember that on Twitter, man. You
bring this back.
Twitter.
It was one a day. That's like I wasn't like.
You spammed it on Twitter.
No, once, dude. Literally one.
By the way, guys, I'm doing a countdown.
Hey, like. I was just farming the what is it, the impressions? I was farming impressions, man.
Farming the likes.
Yeah.
He was so excited he didn't even get to 60.
Yeah.
I liked the daily little countdown. I thought it was cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should do it again, dude.
I am doing it.
He's
it's
doing
fun,
it for
man.
Shadowlands.
Wait, are you?
Yeah.
He just like retweets his last tweet like every day, so it looks like a window. Like I
just take a screenshot, and it's like a never-ending vortex of pain and suffering going into Shadowlands.
Yeah, exactly.
I like those tweets.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Shadowlands, man. Like, there's stuff that I like about it, and there's stuff that I really don't like about it, obviously. But like, I just want to play good WoW, Like Legion was so fucking good for me. Like I really loved Legion. I don't know you guys how you guys felt about Legion, and then BFA was just so like mediocre and bland. And like I just like Shadowlands looks like it has so much flavor to it, but done right, like it could be really good. And that's like, I'm just hoping that they don't drop the ball again, because like we said before, like it could be the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people. Like I'm actually unsubbed right now. Like I'm not fucking playing the game. I have no time to just like do Mythic Plus or anything. Like it's sad. I don't know. Like I just want to play a good version of the game. But hopefully we can just get to that point. But have you guys like leveled like through on the Shadowlands beta, or did you just do the Exiles Reach? Because I'd want to hear what you guys think of the leveling.
They didn't have the
changes.
level 60 server at the first time I played, so I did level from
50 to
50 to
60.
60.
50, 60.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What
was
you
the
guys?
question, though? Like, was it?
Well,
fun,
yeah.
or-
Just what did you think of the playthrough in general?
I honestly think the pacing is really good. It's not like super slow and dragging it out, or it's like super fast. I think it's like in the right pace. And in terms of questing, it didn't feel clunky. It was pretty smooth. Some quests are interesting, and there's like those dialogue ones. I think it was okay for me.
Yeah, my wife had played the Exiles Reach because she's never played WoW. Like she like tried it a couple times and just couldn't get into it. And I didn't want I was like, try Exiles Reach. This is like designed for like a new player. Rather, this is designed literally for you. And she actually liked it. Like she actually liked playing the game and had fun with it. I think they did a really good job with Exiles Reach, and hopefully because whenever you like try to get like your friend in the WoW, you're like, oh yeah, you got to level up to 120, and then like, oh, and then you got to do like a 5-hour quest line to get your cloak. Oh wait, but before you do that, you have to unlock Nazjez and all that kind of stuff. And like it's just like it takes like 3 days just to get into the game, just to get to the part where you can actually play with your friends.
Right.
Like
That's
it just
what
takes
I don't like
way
either.
too long. Like I understand any RPG or MMORPG, like you're gonna have to like get to the end game content, but getting to the end game content shouldn't take longer than playing the end game content.
I think a big issue is that it should take pretty long, in my opinion, to get to the end game. Like it should be like a challenge. But the big problem with BFA, in my opinion, is that it's time gated.
Yeah.
So you have to wait for your essences, and you have to wait for your visions. And you have to wait for your cloak to level up. If you could just spam it and just like get it all done, like play super like a whole lot in like 1 week and get it done, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But you have to wait like 10 weeks, man, or something. It's crazy.
It's not rewarding. It's not rewarding content.
Yeah, it takes too long to get to the end.
Well,
and then here's a big issue. There's so much issues. For PvP, they have this thing called item level scaling, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if say Guzu's like 400, I'm like 475. If we duel, he's gonna hit me as much as I hit him because there's like scaling in it. Yeah, so he's gonna be hitting me harder when he's less geared.
Well, not only that, but they have like secondary stat penalty now, where like the more of like haste you have, like you get like penalized from like instead of like your haste like on like going like woo, it's like
yeah. And it's
So-
like in an MMO, like people grind, put in more time. Like you should definitely be stronger than the other guy that just started, right? I mean, it does sound fair for the guy that just started, but they made it so effed up where right now, what a lot of people are doing in the high rated, there's an ability called Touch of Death as a monk.
Yeah,
and they
saw
put
about
Touch of
that.
Death on the enemy.
Yeah.
And this guy books it. He starts running, and then he takes off all his clothes. And right when Touch of Death like pops,
it's like
it
one shot.
scales him to being naked, and it just one shots the guy. So like people are just abusing like these item level scaling.
This is the state of WoW PvP.
Yeah, it
Like,
should not be.
This is the meta now. If you want to get easy glad, just go in as a naked monk and do Touch of Death.
I mean, you
That's
start with the
ridiculous. I never
gear,
heard
so
of
you put on your
Yes.
full gear, put the Touch of Death, and then you run away, take off all your gear, and then it's just so dumb how it is. It like upsets
know.
me.
It's like their whole motto is play nice, play fair. But like, to what extent, man? Like, you're ruining the game. Like, it's not even fun to PvP.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
it's
mean,
painful.
like in Classic WoW, like your gear matters in Classic WoW or in Vanilla WoW. Like whatever gear you have, like like if I could log onto my WoW, like my Classic WoW mage, and be like, oh yeah, like I know I have Carrot on a stick, like I know I have that trinket, and I know I have like robes of power or whatever. Or, like I know like I can name items on my mage, but I can't name a single item on my DK in BFA. Like I don't know what gear I have. I know I have the engineering goggles, but that's basically it. Like, and I don't even know what they're called. Like,
right. I mean, like that's gonna be nice. Like I think they're doing more of that in Shadowlands apparently with the BIS list. But like, if PvP scaling is still gonna be in there,
yeah,
then
but
like
with scaling, it doesn't matter what gear you have because you're gonna get scaled to basically a certain stat.
Where
anyways.
a lot of the PvP players are hoping that we don't get the scaling, or they do something about it.
There's something like super like rewarding about getting really geared and then just like fucking people up in arena, like just like even if they're if they have a better comp, like if you're just better geared and you're just better at the game, like you should just shit down their throat. Like there should be no comparison, right?
I think this whole thing was like the final straw for me. Like if you put your hard work into the game, you should be able to, you know, reap the rewards when you get to the highest point. You know what I'm saying? And like you should be able to fuck people up in PvP. If
that's like the whole thing. Like a lot of streamers or a lot of PvP players say like, it's an MMO at first, so you shouldn't ask for fairness. If you want that, you can play like League or Overwatch, where you start the same and you can buy items to get stronger, or League of Legends for a good example, or Dota.
But in the same breath, we have all the esports and shit. Like like how do you even explain that?
Like wow, if you have better gear, you should probably own. That's why people like TBC, because if you're 2200, you could buy shoulders, you could buy weapons. Like as your rating gets higher, you get rewarded by better pieces, and you could just dominate other people.
And if you look at PvP and BFA, it's like you get like 445 weapons, like, or 445 gear, like from PvP. Maybe like up to, I think it's up to like 460 or whatever, right, for PvP.
From the chest, it could give you 475, but the highest you could get from 2400 and plus randomly is like 465.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like if you play the game solely for PvP, like I'm not like I said, I'm not a PvPer. Like I want to get into it a little bit, but like I feel like if your like sole purpose is PvP, like if you're like, you know, playing for C9 or whatever, and you just want a PvP, like you shouldn't have to do Mythic Plus to get gear to PvP. But I think that's where like, and I think they did a really good thing with the chat, with like the weekly chest. Now you have like an option for PvP, an option for rating, an option for Mythic Plus. Like, what do y'all think? Like, do you think that they should just get rid of them? Do you think they should get rid of the chest altogether, or do you think like this is like a step in the right direction on? I
think the PvP players would like to just PvP and get their gear through PvP. If it's like one trinket or like one belt from PvE, if
you need to get like an item from a raid,
if it's like every gear you have to get through PvE, it's like, why are we even PvPing, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think I like the idea of giving us currency to unlock like other gear. Like in Destiny 2, like if you go into a raid or if you do PvP or anything and you don't get gear, or even if you do get gear, you can get like a certain amount of currency that you can use, like you can save up towards another piece of gear that's either PvP or raid gear. Like I think that's something that they should explore, and they probably won't do. But I don't know. I think it's more rewarding than having to deal with fucking weekly disappointment every week. Like
it's
like a lottery. I'm not doing this shit. Yeah,
it'll be better if we. I mean, they had a good system in like World of the Draenor where we could just save up conquest point, buy whatever gear we want, or whichever piece we need to upgrade. But they want to milk people and want to. They want them to play more, so now we get rewarded randomly, so we never get the piece we need.
Exactly. Yeah. It's what kind of deterred me from doing Mythic Plus at all this expansion. Like I think I maybe did like a couple Mythic Pluses in the beginning of BFA, and then I was just like, I'm not fucking doing this for the rest of the expansion. I don't even remember the last time I did it. It's just like, why waste your time and just like wait each week for a random piece of gear that you probably won't need? Like, I don't know. And if it is good, it just feels extremely like disappointing anyway, because you have the appearance, like it doesn't look as cool. Like I'm all about getting the cool looking gear, you know what I mean? Like all the gear looks stupid. Like I don't know. So that's just my take.
Are y'all excited that they're bringing back like class tier sets again?
Are we getting it?
It's confirmed. It won't be obviously, like, the first raid, like the whatever 8.0 or 9.0 raid. That's never like a full tier set, even though it's like a 13 boss raid or whatever. Like it's a full size raid. It's not like Emerald Nightmare where it was like 8 bosses or whatever. But they actually, in 9.1 they are bringing back class tier sets. Like I think they should have never taken them out. Like, do you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I like the concept of class tier set, and I liked it when they had separate gear, or we should call it transmog, like separate transmog for each class. I hated it when they bulked it up with like all the leather gets the same looking gear, all the plate get the same looking gear.
And they all look like dog shit
dude,
too.
This looks so lame, man.
It looks so bad too.
It is so bad. I missed the original concept.
Like if you like, especially going from like Legion Paladin, like you have like some of the coolest looking sets. And then you go into Old Deer, and you literally look like Mr. Roboto, like a giant. Like, you look like a giant dumpster, like.
Yeah.
And then now it's like worse. What is it? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's sad that we have to sit here and like complain that we don't have something that's been in the game for fucking 15 years, right? What was their logic of saying, oh, let's just do like basic bitch like, armor type sets instead of like the class specific sets, coming from Legion where it's all about customization and fucking class fantasy. It's like, nope, everybody's just gonna go like a fucking NPC. And we say this all the time, but it just gets a grind.
Really?
Yeah, we say this too many times and it's really annoying. But
yeah, I really liked it when classes had their own sets. It looked cool. Now it's like leather gets all the same, plates get all the same, cloth gets
exactly.
And it looks like crap, and we don't get a new gear for the longest time, so it's kind of upsetting.
I know. It's sad. I'm excited to see how they like weave in like class identity to like whatever sets that we get after the next raid. But I don't know. We'll see. What were we gonna say, Guzu?
I forgot.
That's okay.
What is it, Guzu?
I can't remember. Wait, no. Oh, it's I think that they try to emulate that kind of feeling with the Azerite pieces. Like, oh, you get these 3 pieces that's like unique, and you get like all those cool traits in those Azerite pieces. And I feel like it's kind of like they're just kind of trying to find a easy way to like not bring sets back, but kind of like give the same feeling, but it failed miserably. Yeah. I don't really personally like the Azerite pieces. I really do miss the sets. I think it's like having sets and being able to fiddle around with set bonuses and stuff like that is a big, part of what makes like an MMO like pretty cool. At least
customizing your class, like
it gives you something to work towards.
Like making your character a little bit more unique and individual. It's like, okay, I'm going to choose to take these pieces of these set bonuses and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember like the thing in Legion was like having like a 2 set from the previous tier and then a 4 set from the new tier. Like that was like
I honestly think Blizzard just loves casino and they just want to give out random gear.
Well, it's like they keep making new systems whenever the old systems are fine.
Yeah.
Like
exactly, like they want to make more money and make people play longer. Because I remember for PvP I needed this ability where it makes my wings stronger, and I need it in all 3 of my gear, like chest, shoulder, and helm.
Yeah.
And I could never get all of them, so I could never really PvP, right? If you didn't have it, you weren't good as
like you weren't like as competitive. And
yeah, and then like the only way to get that is to like chest or I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, you can do Mythic now, but before you couldn't. We didn't have that, and we had to like save up.
Well, and then they didn't even make it tradable at the start. Like you couldn't even trade Azerite gear. Like even if it wasn't enough, like you just couldn't trade. Like it was just stuck in your bag, and you can't sell it, so you have to do the scrapper. Like
they made the system like without even finishing they made the Azerite system unfinished and launched right into the expansion when it was still unfinished. And they were still working on it during the expansion. That's why I'm worried about the Covenant abilities, but that's a completely different topic.
Right. That's why they should take longer time and actually finish the game and release it, not like...
Yeah. The thing is that they have to, whenever you do like a pre-order, most of the time you have to have some sort of, you have to have like a deliverable. You have to have some sort of release date. And that's where they get fucked. Because they're like,
you know what upsets me the most about the pre-orders?
What?
Back then when we pre-ordered, we got the hard copy, got the box.
I know.
Like you could like collect it, right?
Yeah.
Now I can't collect any of them. Like,
Well, they have
Well, they have the collector's
they have the
edition,
collector's box,
but it's-
and if you pre-order it, like if you pre-order the expansion and you buy the collector's box, you can basically show them you show them the receipt that you bought the collector's box, and they'll credit your account the difference. So
isn't collector's box like 10 times more expensive?
it's like 100. It's
Yeah,
like over 100 bucks. It's like
100
Dude,
110.
do you think me and Guzu can afford collectors? Come on, gentlemen.
Listen, you
Insane person,
may have to
yeah.
rent out your Lambo for the weekend, but it's worth it, okay? You know, like, but, yeah.
I loved collecting wild boxes. Now I can't.
I know, and it sucks because like when we moved apartments a bunch of times, so like my mother threw out all of my boxes that I had.
No.
And I was like, no, and I was away at school, and I was like, oh my fucking god! I went home to visit like the new apartment. And I'm like, oh my god, where my fucking WoW boxes, dude? They're all gone. They're all
Oh
fucking
my
gone.
god. You
And I
can't
even
do
had
that.
the Mountain Dew cans, the WoW
Oh
Mountain Dew
my
cans,
God,
and she threw them the fuck
dude.
out, dude.
You know what's worse,
I was so
man?
pissed.
My mom
What?
sold my holographic Charizard.
Oh no. Wait, how much was it?
I mean, it was. I mean, I don't think it was a first edition, but I mean, they still sell for a couple $100. Like,
Right.
she sold that shit at a garage sale for like 5 cents. Like,
oh my fucking god, dude.
I mean, the boomer brain. It just happens.
That sucks.
These
Yeah.
damn boomers.
Well, this,
But yeah,
Guzu.
go ahead, Chocolate.
Guzu, listen. If you need an alliance guild on Kel'Thuzad, you can join mine. Okay. Same thing with you, Savix. Yeah.
There it is.
Weenie
What
Hut,
servers do you guys play on
Weenie
Retail?
Hut Jr. is recruiting.
Wait, what was it called?
Weenie Hut Jr.
Wait, your guild is called Weenie Hut
Yeah.
Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It kind
gonna
of
have to
fits
transfer there.
Guzu's personality.
I'm kind of weird today.
I think Guzu would love that guild.
You need more sleep.
I mean, who
man.
wouldn't?
It's
Yeah.
a good guild, man.
It fits
I still gotta
Guzu
transfer
really
over to
well.
KT.
We're going world first. Everything world first.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Guzu's
right. Mhm.
excited
Yeah.
now.
Pretty epic.
I honestly love Alliance. I always played Alliance growing up, but all my friends always play Horde, so I just play Horde
Yeah.
now.
They just have better racials. Like, it's just
I play
Yeah.
both.
I
But
like
I made
to play
Alliance,
both
obviously.
too. I like to
Yeah.
play both too, but in BFA it became like impossible to play both.
it's so alt unfriendly. Like,
Yeah, it's very unalt friendly. There's no way I could gear. It just takes forever, man.
That's
And-
why I like
and
Legion,
You
because
needing
Legion
having
was...
all the corruption stuff too, like it's so much.
Oh yeah, you can't even play like an alt, dude. Like I'm only sticking to one. Well, when I did play BFA, I was only sticking to one fucking character because I just did not want to do the corruption bullshit, the cloak quest all over again. It takes so much time, and it's just not worth it to even
Right.
gear up. Also after that, like it's just But what was I gonna say? Yeah. So you guys play Horde and Classic, and you said you play Alliance and Retail, or did you
I
just mix it
did
up?
play Alliance originally, but all my friends play Horde in Classic
Horde, yeah.
and Retail.
Yeah. Yeah, I try and mix it up just to get like the best of both worlds, but that's
awesome.
but that's it. Yeah, at least in Shadowlands we'll have like the 4 covenants, and I want to like play through like all 4 of the stories. So I'll be playing at least 4 alts, hopefully, if it's not like BFA. But yeah.
what's like the thing that you're most concerned about with Shadowlands?
That's my question.
For me, it's just PvP. To be honest, I want it to be in a better state, and the most important thing is, I don't want a class to stay bad like throughout the whole expansion. They
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
take in time, try to make the class better, and it's not like only for red. I know I talk about red, but it's for like enhanced chamois, demon locks, every other classes that are like the underdogs.
Well, like
right?
Shadow Priest got like a huge buff. Like,
yeah, Shadow Priest got a
they were
revamp too,
super
so-
weak, and then they revamped, and now they're like, I think they kind of like kept like the same like Legion style Shadow Priest, but now they kind of reverted it back to like more like I guess like pre-Legion style Shadow Priest, and it's so much better now. Like, it's so much
I
stronger.
know a lot of the priests are happy right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they could do that for like a lot of the other classes too, they'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure.
But in like Legion and in BFA, if one class stayed bad, it just stayed bad throughout the whole expansion, and they wouldn't even bother touching it, which
No.
is sad.
What about you, Guzu?
Yeah.
What do you think is what are you most concerned about, dude?
I'm most concerned about the fact that I feel like we're getting it very early.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit afraid that they're trying to rush it to make like their quarters earnings good, and they're rushing out the release just before the fourth quarter to like make it look good. And also in regards to the releases of their other content, in regards to Classic WoW. So Classic WoW, I would assume Extramus is going to coming out in late December, early January, and they want to like fit it in so it fits in with their schedule, I suppose. I just don't want them to rush an expansion just for the sake of rushing it.
Yeah, and they did it with BFA, and like I thought that they learned their lesson, but clearly not.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't know. I think they just
what's up? Sorry.
They just have this mentality of like, if the base shit that they want to put into the game is okay, then they can just put the game out, and then worry about the consequences later. Like not consequences, but like worry about the problems later, and like have everybody like report bugs and shit like when the game launches. And it's just like a shit show in the beginning, and I think that's not a fucking good way to go, man.
Well, if anybody doesn't have like BFA beta, like just don't be sad because we're all still playing beta for Azeroth. You know, like, you know, BFA is still technically in beta with how broken every system is in the game. Like, I
think what makes me mad is that like. We've been in beta and alpha for like a really long time. We've had these systems for Shadowlands like at our fingertips for like a long time, and we're testing everything, and just doesn't seem like they're like really listening to, you know, certain feedbacks. And like I'm worried for Torghast personally because like Torghast is like what I'm most excited for Shadowlands.
Torghast?
Exactly, yeah, but it just like seems kind of bare bones. Like I've been playing beta and it's like, oh, like it's a little bare bones, but they're gonna add shit to it, you know. They're gonna let us swap the Covenant abilities, but no, we're getting close to the launch, and like it doesn't seem like they're gonna do anything different.
They just now added forum, like for the ability to post on the Shadowlands beta forum. Like they didn't have any kind of like forum posting for.
Are you kidding me? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure that they just added it. I'm pretty sure that they recently just added the whole forum post for Shadowlands. Yeah, and then I know like the whole like pull the ripcord thing with the whole Covenant stuff is pretty like I think the thing that I'm most concerned about is like if you don't choose the right Covenant for the flavor of the month, then like you're not gonna be able to do any content unless you do it.
Exactly, that's what a lot of people are afraid of.
Like now because I guess like even in Mythic Plus like the Covenant abilities or the Covenant bonuses work in Mythic Plus, which I don't think that they should. I think it should only be like a fun flavor thing for like normal and heroic and maybe like Mythic 0, right? But if you're doing like a plus 15, like you're gonna want, and you're doing like the Maldrax expansion.
I don't think they should have it at all. I'm sorry.
Like, well, yeah, I don't think you should have it. But if it's gonna be in the game, it shouldn't be something where you're playing in a competitive sense, right? Like it should just be for like bullshit content, you know. Like doing a Mythic 0 is bullshit content. Like that's, you can do that blind and with no hands at this point, you know.
Jesus.
Like, the game plays itself. Like, but if you're doing like a plus 15, yeah, like looking for one more Theater of Pain plus 8 must be Venthyr Fire Mage. Like, and you join and you're not a Venthyr Fire Mage and you're not going to get into the group, and it's like, well, like, like Ian had this famous quote, his famous saying, no one should feel bad for the Covenant that they choose, and no one, you're not going to be not invited to a group because of the Covenant that you choose. But that's literally what's going to happen with their system. Like,
yeah, Covenant is a big thing, and people like to min-max, so they would like to choose the best one, right?
Yeah, I actually was going to make a video about min-maxing. Like, do you think, because I know like the people who are bad at the game, they think min-maxing is toxic. Do you think min-maxing is toxic?
It can get toxic for sure.
I think min-maxing itself isn't toxic, but people are toxic. I think that's where
people are
like that's where it stems from, right? Like I know.
Tell Savix your story of tell Savix and Guzu your story of you're playing Classic WoW and what happened, why you stopped.
Oh, why I stopped?
Oh no, wait, were you like in a thing where you're not a mage and you didn't get invited?
No. So the reason why I was really excited for Classic WoW, and I still, like I said, I still like the game, but I was super excited for Classic WoW, and I had like all of my BIS lists, saved on, I had everything, like, I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew all my pre-BIS, like, I had everything, like, planned out. And, like, I just didn't play the game just to have fun. Like, I played the game like it was, like, a job, almost. We're like, oh, I have to get this. Like, I can't step foot into the molten core without my sky stepper boots or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're fucking called, but like, I basically made it to where like min maxing for me, like I min maxed so much to the point where like I didn't have fun playing the game. Like I just didn't.
I can relate in a way, yeah. Cause like there's in EU they didn't have like full level. They had like 5 members that weren't level 60s, and they didn't have the perfect comp, but they still beat Molten Core, right?
Yeah.
But some of the guilds require you to have like nature resist, fire resist.
Like you have to have like a certain spec just to like, yeah.
Right. So, but there are like guilds that don't make
just
you
for
min max,
fun.
and
Yeah.
there are guilds that make you min max.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Guzu,
yeah, I know what
leveling
you're talking
another.
about.
Yeah, exactly. Guzu, I know you've been leveling another rogue. What if? I don't want to phrase it. Like what's been the difference between like how does it feel leveling a rogue, like a new character now, than it did, like at launch of launch? Like what has that experience been like?
Sort of. I mean, I meet more people. So at launch, I was like speed leveling, but I was solo leveling as a rogue in the world. So I was actually questing, unlike a lot of other people. But generally speaking, it's like pretty fun. Like a lot of the leveling experience has been kind of ruined for people because of the fact that everything is so min-maxy and like, oh, just buy a boost from a mage, he's gonna go twice as fast.
Right.
That's also
Nobody
like a big
really levels now. They just buy boosts with gold.
Exactly. It's a big issue with like people with that.
Like the ecosystem changed.
The game is fun, but it's just about how you play it. It decides like whether or not you're gonna have fun, I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fun to play on like an RP server and just like dick around in Goldshire. Like that'd be like the most fun.
We should do that. I recently made a character on Azure Song. I don't know if you guys know Quissy, but she made she mains Alliance on Fairlina, but she decided to just like pick up shop and go to a different server and play Horde, make a Horde guild, and make a completely different like experience. And a lot of the guys in here like even came in and just like joined her, and we've been kind of just playing it like from a different perspective. It's been pretty fun so far, but I did unsub, so I haven't been playing. But I've been playing an undead priest. I really like undead. I didn't. that's the main reason why I didn't get to 60 in classic, is because like I made so many characters, like thinking, oh, like I want to play mage. Nah, I don't really want to play mage. I want to play warlock. Nah, I don't want to play warlock. Whatever. I made like a bunch of different characters, and I couldn't decide on what I wanted to play. I'm like, fuck, I'm so burnt down from leveling. But now I really like priest, and I'm like, okay, maybe I gotta go back and level the priest at some point. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. But we'll see if I go back to it. But just talking about like having a fresh experience. Like, I want to go back to New World for a second, because I know like we've been playing New World with the open beta and like the testing stuff that's going on now. I don't know if Savix, if you played it, but I know
I played
Guzu has.
Guzu.
Yeah, so like, what did you guys like think? Like, what do you guys think like so far? Like, what are the problems with it? What are the things you like? Like, what do you wish that's in New World were in WoW? Like, and do you think it could live up to the potential? Like, I know it's early. I know there's stuff that they should work on, but what are your thoughts in general?
So I have like I think I have like 30 hours in the game. So
nice.
From my experience, it's one of those games where it's really fun, but the reason why it's really fun, it's because it's really bad. So you're having fun with the game because it's really poorly made, and that in of itself is a really destructive thing, because that fun you're having because the game is not really that greatly optimized, or that greatly, the mechanics aren't that good. It makes it so that, oh yeah, you're gonna have fun with it, but you're gonna have fun with it for a few hours.
Yeah.
It's a very bare bones game. It's definitely very lackluster. The chat proximity is in of itself very funny, but it's also very toxic. And I think it has potential to be good, but they need to change like so much of the core mechanics. Like the quests are bad. They're all the same. Pick up 5 quests, kill 20 mobs.
I think it's because it's like a company that never made MMO. I'm assuming.
Yes, it is just really bad.
Yeah,
like this horrible. They feel terrible to play. There's only one real good like spec you can go because the specs are in the weapons. I could probably I'm not gonna like rant for a long time, but the game needs a lot of help.
I played it for 2 hours, and what I picked up was if you're playing with a friend, like you play a game to have fun with your friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when me and Guzu tried to play, we started in different zones, and we couldn't even play together.
That's weird.
So he started in like the way north, and I started down way south, and it was like, what the heck? We can't even play together.
I thought everybody started together. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why that was a thing.
Away from each other.
Like Guzu just walked all the way down to me, but we couldn't even quest because if you're from a different zone, you can't quest together.
What?
That's bullshit. Oh my god. How long did that take?
I mean, that's something that they can fix. You know, like they can just like if you're in that level range, you should be able to pick up the quest. Like, I think that's something that they could easily fix. But I think that having you should be able to either pick your starting zone or like
exactly,
or be one starting zone. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think
they wanted to add variety in the opening, but it kind of ruins it when you want to play with your friend and you're not going to meet them for the longest time.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the proximity voice because I like interacting with other people.
Yeah, it's fun, but like for long term, if that was gonna be like your main game, I don't know if that would be like so. It's fun, but it's fun because
it can be toxic for sure. But I feel like it brings a lot of content for the game too. No.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we were like kissing people in like the main city for gold.
Yeah, we were just begging for gold, and it was pretty fun.
Just dancing on the mailbox.
I mean, that's how you do it.
Yep.
I think Amazon seriously made the game just to basically show their cloud server capabilities. I think that's the only reason why they invested in making the game, because Amazon's a $1 trillion company, or huge $1 billion company.
Yeah,
I
this
think,
isn't even gonna put a dent in their company.
Like if they spend like $30 million making a game, like that's like them like flicking a quarter to you saying, hey, don't spend it all on one place. Like I think they're just showing like their server capabilities. I mean, and there's no PvP in the game, right? Like there's no PvP at all. Is that?
No,
there is. Oh, good. Okay. I thought I saw something where like they weren't gonna have PvP. That's the only fun part of the game.
Yeah. Everything else feels very bare bone and like not really that interesting to do. All the quests are boring. The in-game content has no raids or dungeons. The in-game content is basically like if you play Rift, the MMO, it spawns like random monoliths around the area, and then like a big boss spawns and you kill it and you get loot.
Isn't there another MMO coming out?
What is it?
Ashes of Creation.
Yeah, AOC, Ashes of Creation. I haven't seen anything on that game. I
haven't been paying too close attention, but I hear it looks very promising, and I hope that it delivers on being fucking good. I mean, I don't know.
if I wanted to be over promised and under delivered, I'm gonna play WoW. Okay, like, let's be honest.
I guess you're right.
I mean, you can say what you want about WoW, man, but when you play other MMOs, you realize how
you
good
miss
WoW.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like
the thing is, like, WoW could be really good. Like,
better.
it could be better. It is a really good game still, but
it's still the best MMO there is.
Better.
Like,
yeah.
It's sad that the best MMO there is like still like kind of like shitty in some in some aspects. Like,
yeah.
And like you try like other MMOs, you try like other games, you're like, man, like I don't know why am I spending time on this game when I could be like doing something in WoW?
WoW.
Like
exactly.
That's why I always say I wish there's another MMO that comes out and it's like really good, so that WoW would have competition and they could learn from each other.
Competition is
kind of like Fortnite. They had to like compete against Apex, compete against PUBG, compete against like they would try to up each other. It's like Cold War basically, but
exactly. And that's what
I wish
I meant.
WoW
I think
had
I mentioned
a competition so that way like they could do better.
Yeah, I mentioned this last time where like WoW does have competition. Like Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls, like all these other MMOs, like Guild Wars 2, but like they don't need to compete with anybody, because I feel like they know that WoW players will go and explore, but then come right the fuck back. You know what I mean? And like they don't even like put effort.
Would we consider like Final Fantasy a competition though? Like, isn't it like a dead game?
I mean, a lot of people in this fucking chat right now are going straight to Final Fantasy and not playing WoW.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of the WoW people like have started like making their own guild in Final Fantasy, and they're really loving it. And I tried, I couldn't do it. But
I think when it's like considered like competition, I think Final Fantasy 14 is like WoW's main competitor. I know like Guild Wars 2, like there's probably a couple 100,000 people who play Guild Wars on a monthly basis, but like I mean if you I think like obviously like WoW is not the first MMO, but it is like it was the first MMO that blew up to the point to where like
it's the most famous.
Now it's basically the first MMO. It's like Twitch versus YouTube and Facebook and previously Mixer, right? It's like Twitch has the largest market share because they were first to the game, and now like WoW's kind of in like that same position where like they have the biggest dick in the game because they became the biggest first, and now like every other MMO has to like try to like take like 0.2% of their player base at a time and try to even it out. But I don't know. I think there's a game coming out. I don't know if you guys like Minecraft or not. I like Minecraft. It's just very cozy.
Minecraft's pretty cool.
It's just very cozy. But they're like
it's very cozy.
Like Hytale is coming out.
Hytale.
Yeah, it's like a Minecraft
Dude, is that the
style
new
MMO.
jump? What is it called?
Hytale. Yeah.
Hytale.
It's actually looks so cool. I mean, it comes out in 2021. They're backed by Riot now, so they're getting funding by Riot Gaming, which is huge.
Really?
Yeah, and it is like it's like basically a Minecraft procedurally generated MMO. I wouldn't really say it's an MMO, but it's an RPG that you can play with friends, right?
Dude, maybe this is the WoW killer.
Every game's a WoW killer, man. Every game's a WoW killer, and the only
I'm watching like a trailer.
It looks so fucking cool, right?
They can watch videos together. What is this?
It's so.
Dude, are you watching it right now?
It's so
I'm
cool,
just like skimming through, but they can set up a theater and you can watch a video together with your friends. What?
That sounds so cozy. I want to play.
Like
I remember it was like there's a lot of hype for it during. Yeah, there's a lot of hype for it during like the classic.
It was supposed to come out.
Pre-classic launch.
It was supposed to come out this year, but they decided to delay it because the game wasn't ready. Imagine that. Like,
wow.
Imagine them pushing back a game because it's not ready. Like, wow. If only Blizzard could think that same way, right?
Right.
Like,
right.
So sad, dude. I don't know.
Guzu, are you excited for Nax?
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I've never done Nax before, apart from in Wrath, so I think it's gonna be pretty fun to do.
Do you think it's gonna get cleared in 45 minutes like every other raid in Classic
WoW?
WoW?
Of course.
True. Yeah.
It will, but it's still gonna be fun.
It'll be fun, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing in Classic is really hard in that regard, but it's still gonna be fun to do.
I think it'd be cool because there are people who like one of our friends in our community, Alicera. She has 20. I think you needed like 30 shards to create the staff, right? 30 shards or whatever from Nax. What's it called?
She has like 29.
She has 29 shards.
Yeah.
And she never got to complete her legendary staff from Nax. And like now like the people who like kind of like experience that have a chance to go back and like try it out again, right? Or try to create it. But I don't know. I just like the Nax is out poggers meme. Back when Nax came out for Hearthstone, like that was like the big like Nax is out poggers like that. That was a.
Where it came from.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to see people play Nax just because like it's such a cool it's probably the coolest raid in Shadowlands. Not Shadowlands, shit. Classic. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Brain just doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah.
Nax is out? Yeah.
I really hope Shadowland will be good though, man. It is like what you guys said. It might be the last straw for a lot of people. Okay, so in like ranking like Shadowlands, or ranking like expansions, where like do you think Shadowlands is gonna fall like it's gonna be better than BFA, or do you think it's gonna be like better than BFA, worse than WoD? Because like I think WoD is better than BFA at this point. Yeah, I think so too. Like we thought WoD was bad, but it wasn't.
I thought WoD was bad until I played 8.3, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude! Like, and, like WoD has way less content, but the content is way better and way more fulfilling.
Yeah, you could just gear through honor, or
you could just play.
Arena,
like you could just play the game.
Yep.
Like right now, in order to play, you have to grind everything.
Yeah. Like you can't. Like right now.
I honestly thought BFA was gonna be the best expansion because they basically copy pasted all the abilities from Legion to BFA, so they didn't really make a lot of changes. So I thought they were going to just pinpoint what they need to change and fix the stuff
I was
that
so hyped
was
for
the
BFA.
issue on Legion to BFA, but I don't know. They just turned the whole tide again, and
Every time you think that they can't surprise you, they definitely do.
yeah,
Like
that was disappointing.
they had one job, and like this, it's like if they made BFA as good as Legion, like it would have been a fantastic expansion. But I think with like them basically forcing personal loot really hurt the game. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I guess like personal loot has its its benefits, but I think if you're like a hardcore player or you play with like a group of people, like I think everyone should understand like, okay, like this gear, like, you know, like I think you can make an adult decision and decide who gets gear from the drop or whatever, right? Or roll for it at least. But I think do you think that them removing like group loot and basically forcing personal loot was to basically like lower the amount of like customer support tickets from ninja looters, or do you think like like
honestly, there are. You're talking about like the loot stuff, right?
Yeah, just like looting
raids
from
or
like
dungeons?
yeah.
I honestly think it has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
Because if you're in a guild with loot council, it sucks big cocks. Can I say cock in this chat?
Yep.
You can.
Yeah, it sucks
Yep,
big
cock.
cock because like who decides who get the gear? It's like officer decides it, but whoever was the best to the officer, they're gonna get the gear, right?
Yeah, or the officer's girlfriend's gonna get the gear.
Yeah, or officer's girlfriend or officer's husband.
Like
anything that.
I want my wife to get into WoW, but like I'm actually glad that there's personal loot only now, because now like like if like I don't give her the shoulders and like I already know like that's gonna be a conversation. You know?
Right,
like,
exactly.
You know,
and then
like,
people
hey,
whisper
listen,
the officer GM like, why didn't I get the gear?
Yeah.
Why did he get like?
I mean,
it causes so much
I
problem.
think I mean I guess it depends on like what group you're in. I just wish that like I don't know, I like the feeling of like clicking on a dead boss and seeing all of the loot show up.
Yes, I like that too.
Like,
that was what I meant, like pro and con. I like seeing all the loot drop. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, like my friend who's a hunter is gonna get his shoulders. Like that's really cool. Like I don't know, like
I just got a random flashback to I was doing a like a Tumasar. What was the raid in Legion? The last raid in Legion.
Argus. That one, yeah.
Whatever, that one. So I was doing that with like the guild that I'm in retail, and
Taurus.
I rolled for something, like some gear dropped and some transmog gear dropped, and I rolled for it, and then I won, and like somebody else like got like a really low like roll, and I was like, oh okay, let me get the gear, and they're like, oh sorry, like my daughter is the other person that wanted it. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's transmog, dude.
Fuck those kids, man.
Yeah,
you know, like
fuck them. I'm going to Weenie Hut Generals.
Yeah,
or juniors rather.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Yeah, imagine carrying around transmog. But anyway,
listen, transmog is like probably one of the best parts of the game. Like, and that's sad.
Yes, it's very
It's
sad.
like a big part of the game.
Dude,
I wish it wasn't, but they can remove it now because it's such a.
It's like
huge...
LFR. Like they'll never get rid of LFR, and they'll never get rid of transmog, and they'll never get rid of looking for group.
I don't think
Miss-
transmog
even-
is bad.
Yeah.
Like,
We've been talking about like possibly throwing around the idea of how do you guys feel if they didn't let you transmog the current raid gear?
The thing
Like
is,
the
they
current-
can't do
yeah.
that now because
No, it's
like
too
all the
late.
raid gear looks like crap. There's
Yeah.
no way.
no, it's
Back then, back
Oh,
in classic,
man.
I would understand. I would
Oh,
understand in classic
darn
because they
it.
look badass. But
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't transmog this giant orange trash can of gear? Like,
yeah,
oh,
exactly. I
shit,
don't want
dude.
that.
What am I gonna do?
And then we all look the
Exactly.
same in here. Like all the plate members look all the same.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the Castle Nafia raid gear looks really cool though, even though it's like apparently the last raid that we're gonna get that has like armor set specific gear. I think they're making up for it. It looks really good, but I don't know. I mean, we were talking about that before, about like hypothetically not letting us transmog the current raid gear, and I just don't think they would ever like let that happen. Like there would just be.
Yeah, I think it's too late for
Moonguard
them
would
to
go in
change the whole
flames,
thing.
man. Moonguard would literally go up in flames if that happened.
Yeah, Moonguard. I mean, Moonguard would have like different set of gear. I think
Yeah, that's true.
they'll be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll have their
True.
role playing gear and their raid gear. Yeah.
exactly. It's like they make a decision and then like, you know, people cry about it and people applaud it and like they don't know what's good and what's bad. Like if they're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't with every fucking decision that they make, and it's sad.
What do you think about
I feel like
making LFR like almost like a story mode where like you don't get gear from it, like you just get to see the content? Because like that's really what it should be, in my opinion. Is like if you do, because like really like LFR is harder than normal mode because you have idiots playing LFR. Like I don't know. Like do you think that like that would like? I mean, obviously I know they'll never do it, but like I kind of wish they started like that from the beginning because you know I think LFR was like the first big no-no of the game.
I personally don't do a lot of LFR, but I know the reasoning of adding it was because a lot of people have like schedule or school, go to work. They can't find normal raids, so they put that in, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's their reasoning behind it, but
I mean,
you
if
know.
the reward isn't good as like normal or heroic, I say why not? Like,
I think
people want to see the content.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was really bad whenever Titan Forging was around because you could have like a piece of LFR loot Titan Forge and it basically be the same item level as heroic. But now that they removed Titan Forging, it's definitely. And I think like the more like difficulty levels you have, the more power creep you have in the expansion too.
Yeah.
Like, I think like what was it back in Wrath? Like you ended at like what was like the max item level in Wrath? It was like 180 or something like that. Like right around 180, I think. But I can't remember the exact number. But like now you start like a fresh level 120 has like 50,000 health, and like a 450, 460 level 120 has like 300, 400, 500,000, depending on what spec they are. Like, I think that, I think they really need to bring back they need to dial it back on how much power you get from each difficult. I don't know what they could do to fix it, but it's just crazy, like how strong you are at the end of the expansion compared to where you're at, even at the patch, right? Like, I don't know what I'm saying. It's,
Yeah, you're trying to say like the difference of the power and the items are too big.
Yeah.
From like heroic, mythic, and
yeah,
normal?
exactly. Like maybe not like
I think the
like
thing is like I
difficulty to
don't
difficulty,
mind
but patch
mythic.
to patch.
For me personally, I don't mind them doing that, but I don't like the Titan forging and those stuff. I think that's kind of BS. It's like really random, right?
I think, generally speaking, though, I mean, when you're like a fresh level 120 right now in BFA, you're basically like, for reference in Classic WoW, it would be as if you're like level 30. You are actually useless. Like, you go into arena, you're fresh like 120. I get it, like, okay, you're not geared and like you should get, destroyed by people who have gear, but like you are legitimately like useless. You won't do anything at all. And like suddenly you get like a few pieces and then like you become like this god,
Actually,
So it's like,
the case is right now is I think gear doesn't matter much as it's honestly the corruption. It's the corruption. Yeah. If you have corruption on all your gear, you are strong. If you don't have that, you're not strong.
Yeah, like an item level 445 can have the right corruptions and do more damage than a 460.
Yeah. So if you have all, but that's the thing. If you want more corruption, you need better gear to divisions. So that's where it comes down.
Vicious cycle.
Sad state of affairs, I'll tell you.
Have y'all seen the Afterlives mini episode or whatever? Have y'all watched the Bastion one? What did y'all think of that? I thought it was really good.
Kind of remind me of the things that they did with VOD with all the orc chieftains, which was really cool. kind of like it. I like those kind of style. That style mini movie thing, series.
The Uther thing.
Yeah.
I love those
That was
stories.
cool.
It's really
We're
good.
getting another one
Like,
this week.
Yeah, on
the
Thursday.
Wild one, the Legion one, they're all good. I wish the game was good as the stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, true. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I thought it was cool how they brought it back to whenever whenever we kill Arthas, and like they tell the story because obviously like Uther killed Arthas. I'm sorry, Arthas killed Uther like back in Warcraft 3 times, and like it's kind of cool that they went back that far to show like, okay, this is what happened to Arthas after we killed him in ICC. Invincible doesn't drop in the cinematic, and it doesn't drop in real life either.
Yeah.
What? Sorry to cut you off,
No,
Shop.
you're
But
good.
what do you guys think of Arthas possibly coming back? I was watching Stay Safe like yesterday, and he was talking about the Afterlives thing, and he's like, if they bring Arthas back, they're just gonna make him shitty, and like it's like how they brought back Illidan, where like Illidan was fucking badass as fuck in BC, and he came back in Legion, he's like a pussy ass bitch. Like,
True.
Like, do you think that's gonna happen? Like,
I think as much as I love. Go ahead.
No, you got.
As much as I love Arthas, and as much as I love like the lore and like all the story about Lich King, I feel like whenever you bring something back and try to like relive it for the sake of the fans, you usually end up disappointing and it falling short. And I'm afraid that's gonna be the same thing that's gonna happen with this. To some degree, that's also what happened with World War 4 Dragon, right? We had World War 4 Dragon being imprisoned by the Lich King for many, many expansions, and we finally bring him back, and he gets shit on.
I was so upset that Bolvar got shit on.
I was so mad. Dude.
I sat there in the BlizzCon audience, dude. I was like, come the fuck on, man.
Dude, Bolvar, he doesn't even land one single blow on Sylvanas. I was so upset.
It's like Sylvanas has like permanent evasion on all the time.
Yeah.
And then she just
it's not necessarily anything against Sylvanas. I just think it's sad for like the Lich King, and it's like this was this epic story.
It's very
like,
sad.
And it's like, okay, he just got pooped on. Bing, bong, bong.
I was so angry at that. I mean, Sylvanas was badass and cinematic was badass, but at least let him like hit her a few times.
Yeah, like let it
exactly.
let
him get a close fight. He just gets owned.
He didn't even get to use his brand new mace. Like he has this brand new badass 2-hand mace. He didn't even get to use it. Like he swung like 3 times. She was like,
all he did was wave it around, and that was it.
Yeah, and then she like teleported behind him.
That was very disappointing.
Nothing personal, kid, and took him out.
Yeah, I wish they made it more epic.
Too. That's kind of
for the artist story, they did that on purpose because even it got attention of like all my brothers and my friends. They're like, oh shoot, they're back, the story's back. Like they're doing it for the sake of hype.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's kind of cool to see the character come back, but it's like what Guzu said. Hopefully they don't disappoint us. I honestly think that Arthas is gonna be a good guy.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, if
he doesn't have the helm and the sword anymore. So and now he realizes like what he's done, and I think he's gonna be a good guy now.
I think Arthas and Garrosh did nothing wrong.
It's like when Luke takes off his father Darth Vader's helmet and he sees Anakin for the first time. That's the Arthas that we're gonna see.
Yes,
but I hope that exactly. Well, not a, I mean, but like I hope that if he were in Shadowlands, I wouldn't want him to be like a main figure. I would want to see him like in a passing reference and be like, hey, it's me, you know what I mean, like just like interact some way in the lore and like for a scene, and then we move on and we go away and he does his thing in the Shadowlands. I don't want to see him like be another fucking quest giver like Bolvar or Illidan or like, you know what I mean, like it's just gonna like
Bolvar was such a disappointment. I feel bad for him. I like the character, but he just became
he looks badass in Shadowlands too, but he's just a quest giver now. Like he's like, who cares? You know,
he's the quest giver and he's the guy that got shit on by Sylvanas.
Exactly.
So he has to live with that shame now.
Yep, that's true.
I hope that they like give us like they give him like some badass scenes where he like fucks shit up just for that sake. Yeah.
I have a question, and then I want to I asked chat if they had any questions, but
okay.
What do you think is gonna happen with Sylvanas? Do you think Blizzard will ever kill off Sylvanas, or do you think that she's gonna like have like some sort of redemption arc where she gets back into the Horde and becomes the leader of the Forsaken again?
Dude, I used to love Sylvanas. I don't know what they did to her. They're kind of ruining her reputation for me.
Yeah.
And you know how she battled like Sourfang?
Mm-hmm. And she cheated.
I mean, yeah, that too, but she could have like just led all the horde, but why did she like say you guys are all useless and leave?
Yeah. I think
Like, I don't understand that.
they're like doing like the Garrosh 2.0 treatment on her, where like, you know, like you have like the horde war chief, and then he's like, or then they're like, oh, you know what, I'm power hungry now, so now like fuck all y'all, like, I'm just gonna do whatever I want, like.
Or maybe she opened the helm and she's trying to make everyone realize something. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think we even know what her fucking intentions are. Like,
Yeah, we don't know her
Shadowlands.
intentions.
Yeah.
So she might be a good person. She might be a terrible. Like, we'll see what happens. But I hope they don't
Yeah.
kill her off, because I used to like the character a lot in Warcraft 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think she's too big of a
But-
character to kill off. I mean, they, you know,
Yeah.
like, they killed off Uther, and Uther was a pretty big character in the lore, but, like...
They'll give her a redemption arc.
Like Uther wasn't, like, a leader of, like, an entire race of people for 15 years, you know? Like, at least in WoW. But, okay, so, thoughts on the Maw right now. No mounting up, and just, like, the general feeling of being in the Maw. Like... I kind of like not being able to mount up. It sucks if you're like a DK because you're fucking slow as hell.
Yeah.
But do you think? I don't know.
I think mounting on Maw is not bad, but I wouldn't want flying mount. I think mounting is okay.
No.
Ground mount- I think
Yeah.
Flying mount
ground mounts would
ruins
be
like
good.
PvP for me,
Yeah,
but I think mount's okay. Just
I
normal
think-
mounts, like ground mounts.
I think the Maw would be
Yeah.
is going to be similar. Like maybe they like you'll like unlock some sort of perk or trait where you can use them for
Right.
ground mount in the Maw, and I feel it's going to feel like Argus, and Argus was a ton of fun. Like I actually loved playing through like the Argus quest line.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you don't mount in the Maw, because they're kind of like going back to like the classic feel of the game. You know what I mean? Like they're bringing it back to like how the game actually felt, you know, once upon a time. So I'm hyped to kind of see what they do with the Maw. But there's another question. This is a big topic of discussion in the last couple of days. Like, what do you think of the whole removing of the word bitch in that Garrosh quest? I don't know if you saw that on Twitter.
I
Don't care.
I did see it. I don't know the whole story, but what was the whole? Can you explain the situation?
Yeah, like so there's a
So-
quest in like Cataclysm where Garrosh
Calls
Cataclysm or
Sylvanas a
Mist,
bitch.
whatever the fuck, called
Uh-huh.
Sylvanas a bitch, and it's been in the game for, you know, since that expansion came out. And
Uh-huh.
then Steve Denuser said on Twitter, like, somebody like on our team was playing with their kid, and they didn't like how they said bitch, and they changed it. And then like
Oh
everybody's
my
like freaking out over it.
God.
Everybody's freaking out that they changed the dialogue. Like, one, who the fuck cares? But it's like, it's also been in the
Well-
game for a really long time. So like, what are you waiting until now to do it?
I honestly think the world is becoming so sensitive to everything.
Yep.
And
True.
if it was making the like old days, like just keep it in there. Who cares?
Well, the game's rated T for teen. Like, so it's
Dude,
you know.
that kid's gonna grow up to learn what that. Come on, let's be honest. When did you learn the F word? Like when we're like 6 or
It's like
7.
5.
Well,
Yeah, we learned it
Yeah.
fast. Like
my earliest memory was, yeah, like I don't know. I like both my parents cursed when I was growing up as a kid, so like, you know, it's just like
Uh-huh.
it's just a part of my vocabulary. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know,
yeah.
like fuck, you know, who cares? Like, it's a word.
Uh-huh.
Like, Guzu, you were saying something, and you're saying something though.
I think I just called them bitches.
Yeah, they're true. They're acting like a bunch of bitches right now. That's actually
True.
true.
Actually true.
Like,
I
don't
think
know,
maybe
like,
because it's their only swear word in the entire game, and they maybe thought,
Yeah,
like,
but,
all
like,
right, whatever, like.
No, but that's not true, because there's other swear words in the game. Like, if you read like quest text, like, you know, there's like hell and damn and maybe not shit, but I think
Like bastard.
yeah,
they have those
like
in-
there's other like words in the
Well, I
game.
mean-
Like, I don't know, like I feel like for a generation of people who were raised on South Park, you know, we're acting like a bunch of bitches right now. Like, you know,
I think that's how the world is, though.
we're just
like,
getting
right
offended
now,
over everything.
everyone's super sensitive.
It's like, who cares if they say bitch, but then at the same time, who cares if they get rid of it? And why are people people are genuinely like raging over this one thing? Like, calm
Well,
the fuck down.
I think it's more of like the principle of like if it's in the game and it's part of the story, and like I feel like whenever you have like one, like if you have like one example of like a character saying bitch or shit or whatever it is, right? Like, and that's the only thing, like it must be there for like a significant reason, right? Like he said it because he like had like such a huge disdain for Sylvanas, and he wanted to like, you know, like insult her. He wanted, he wanted to insult her, you know? And, you know, if you don't want to be called a bitch, then stop acting like a bitch, you know? Like, that's just what it is. Sylvanas was acting like a bitch. She got called a bitch. It's just how it is.
I think the people that are mad because the people could have been working on other stuff, but now they have to take time to go back to the thing and program, like, to take out that word. I think that's what they're mad at.
Yeah, like, they instead of them focusing on a quest, a dialogue line that's 10 years. Wait, when did Kata come out? 2010? Yeah, that's 10 years old. Yeah. Like, instead of them focusing on a quest line that's 10 years old, they should have, like, you know, fixed covenants instead.
Exactly.
True. Yeah. Well, does anybody else have any burning questions they want to ask our handsome viewers, guests here?
Yes.
Guzu, turn on your cam for the last thing.
It's so weird, man.
He's a sleepy boy.
I know. It's past Guzu's bedtime right now.
Yeah, it is. He needs to drink his milk and go to bed. So I think.
Get you a glass of warm milky and go to go night night.
My mom's gonna tuck me in like a burrito. I'm gonna
kiss on the cheek. Good night, honey.
Question for Guzu: how is he so handsome? True. Yeah. Guzu, how are you so handsome?
True, that's true. It's a good question.
Gotta drink your lemon water in the morning and wash your face and brush your teeth. Yep, that's it.
That's it.
That's my.
He also sells Guzu oil.
Guzu oil.
Stop, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
When are you guys gonna start the Guzu oil business?
Trying to launch it in 2021. We're prepping right now.
Guzu oil business.
Q1 2021 makes sense. Yeah.
That's good. Question for Savix: how does he deal with the stress of being the top paladin that everybody looks to for ret PvP guidance? True.
Oh man, I wanted to leave the ret many times, but there's so many people that like watch me for the ret in PvP, and it made me stay and like continue it and try to help other people. But I don't know.
Well, I think I think you can still like make content about ret paladins, but you know you can obviously main a different class if you're not having fun. Like,
right.
You got to do what's fun for you. Like it's a game.
Yeah,
exactly. You should do what's fun.
It's just not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. But the thing is, like, I understand a lot of my viewers if they get upset if I don't play ret, because I made the whole YouTube channel off of playing ret paladin. So they're kind of following me for the paladin, right?
Yeah, true.
So if I change the class, some might be sad, but a lot of them now are more understanding because they know the state of ret paladin and it doesn't change it for us. So I still love the class a lot. It's just really hard to play in the PvP scene, and especially like remember what you said about the min-maxing. If you don't have certain things, like in arena, redstone bring a lot to the table, so they never get invited. So it's really tough.
Well, I think it's about time that we start to wrap up the episode. We've been doing this for almost 2 hours now, which is crazy. And we always ask the final question is always, what are you most excited for going into Shadowlands? And you know, you can even like tie in Nax or TBC also, like whatever you like. What are you most excited about for the future of WoW?
You can go first.
I mean, I'm very excited for TBC if we are going to get it. I think that's gonna be really cool because I never really got to experience all the in-game content back in the day, and I never played on any private servers either. So that's gonna be really cool, I think. In terms of Shadowlands, I am excited to play with like some friends and like try out the new content, and I think it's always fun to play for a few weeks.
Wait, what friends, Guzu?
Burn.
Okay, Savix, you go next.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on, our friend,
Guzu,
our friend
you
Nicholas
can play with me,
ask
Guzu. I'll play with you,
yeah,
Guzu.
True. Yeah. Winnie Hut Generals is recruiting.
Like our special needs child, they're gonna play with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll play with you. Fine, I'll play. You can join my guild. Sure. We'll play with you.
Exactly.
No, but I do
friend,
want to
our
play
friend,
with you guys more.
our friend Nicholas wanted us to ask you if you ever beat hardcore Minecraft.
I'm a goddamn EU power gaming legend. Of course I did.
Wait, did you beat it actually?
I did. First try.
That was not first try.
First try. You heard it here
Dude,
first.
your viewers always came over and said you can't beat a 12-year-old game.
Lying.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
Okay. What about you, Savix?
I'm definitely excited for TBC and Shadowland, and I hope PvP turns out great, man. That's all I ask for.
Same.
We just need to make
Same,
PvP
dude.
great again, brother.
Yes.
Make PvP great again.
That is the dream.
Holinka 2020, make PvP great again.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
All right, boys. Well,
All right, guys.
thank you guys so
thanks
much for coming
guys.
on. I had a blast talking with y'all, and chat was so well behaved today. They did so good.
Of
So
course, they
You guys are
look mad
so
cute
good,
today.
chat.
Yeah.
So cute.
so cute. Well, boys, thank you guys for coming on and joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. So this will be up on YouTube soon, sometime
Alright.
soon.
Thanks for having
everybody
us.
coming, man.
And guys, also
Yeah.
here follow. If you're, I'm sure you guys are already all following them, right? But you should follow our guests. There it is. Wait, are those
Yeah,
the right links?
everybody go do it.
I think that's the right links. Yeah, we're good. We're good on that. I got it right.
Yeah, they're good.
There
Yes.
it is. Very nice.
Thanks for having us, man.
Alright,
Yeah,
thanks
man,
for
thank
having
you
us,
guys.
man.
All right.
Alright.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Right.